We're gonna come here because they want to play and they want to win.
Philly. I just
Like two chicken fillets, two fillets. Jay, two Chick-fil-A's.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
What's up, guys? We're back for episode number 42 of the Big Cat Chat podcast. We were not here last week. Sean was not feeling well. But first, what I meant to say last week that we couldn't say this week, congrats, Sean, on your future child.
Oh, thanks, bro. It's a baby girl.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Congrats to you and your wife. Great.
Thank you.
Had to get that out of the way. Had to hold on to that for a whole extra week. Old news, but...
Hey, man, it happens.
Old news, but new news. You know what I mean?
It's always good news.
Anyways, let's go ahead and get straight into it. Something that happened last week was Stefan Gilmore. He signed with the Colts. Yep, the Colts. 2 years, $23 million. Pretty good deal, too. Like,
hopefully he stays injury prone.
Hopefully. We're not wishing on injury.
I'm not wishing injury. I'm just saying, facts are facts. He's injury prone. He's been.
Hey, Julio went to the Titans last year. Everybody overreacted, and then he barely played. I'm just saying.
Yep. So hopefully that is the same case.
Let's keep moving. The Browns and cornerback Denzel Ward, they signed a 5-year, $100.5 million deal with $71.25 million guaranteed. Give that man the bag. People are saying overpay. I'm saying that's the business. It's the business at this point, and I think Denzel Ward is pretty damn good. So
he is pretty good, yeah.
He's not the number one corner in the league, but he is pretty damn good, and that's how the market works. So
yep.
The Patriots, Bill Belichick winning his bag for this one. They dealt their 5th round pick to the Texans for their 6th and 7th round picks. Breaking news.
I feel like the Texans won that just because, if I was a GM, I would never have 6th and 7th round picks.
That's fair.
Ever. I would just trade them all. I would always trade them to move up to, get who I want to get for real.
I've said this countless times. Bill Belichick is the most. Last year, Bill Belichick got so hyped up as being such a great GM, making all these great moves, great draft, everything. That was Dave Ziegler, bro. Dave Ziegler jumped in last year, did that, and now he left. And look, they're back. Bill is back to being Bill, making fifth round for 6th and 7th round pick trades. What are we doing? This is the kind of trade that you see happen casually on day 3, not the week of the draft. Either way, we're gonna go ahead and send you guys into. We haven't had a guest in a long time. Well, we had a guest a couple weeks ago. It was players, but we haven't had a proper guest just to join us along the podcast. We haven't had one of those in a long time. We got one today. We're gonna go ahead and send you into an interview. Well, interview. What am I saying? It's not an interview. Just send you into a mock draft and a little bit of fun with John Shipley. Yep, John's on the pod. Hope you guys enjoy that, and we'll see you guys in a second. All right, guys, we're back. So I want to go ahead and welcome our guest. We haven't had a guest in a while, but we have UCF alum and Jaguars beat reporter for Jaguars Report, John Shipley. How you doing, John?
Hey, doing fantastic. How you guys doing?
I'm doing good.
Great, man. We're doing great. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
Hey, no, thank you guys for having me on. I'm excited for these next 24 hours to, get here and get through. But I'm
excited for them to be over.
Same here.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen how much draft stuff I've done this year, so I'm a little bit tired of 2022.
Yeah, same here. I always get to a point like a week or so before the draft where I'm sick of talking about every one of these guys. Let's get it over with.
Whenever I have free time recently, I've watched 2023 quarterbacks, and I'm just like, this is so much better watching new names. But I'm still taking a break because I need one. But either way, so let's go jump straight in. So some Jags news that hasn't actually happened yet, but it's reported. The 49ers vice president of player personnel, Ethan Wausch, I don't know if I said that right at all, has an offer from general manager Trent Baalke and the Jacksonville Jaguars to become assistant general manager. He's expected to take it after the draft, barring any snags, per league sources. Sean and I don't really know much about him, but I've seen John has talked to some people. So what do you have to say about Ethan?
Yeah, no, I had to make sure I went on YouTube and found people pronouncing his name, just in case I was going to ask a question about it last week to Trent and Doug. Ethan Waugh, apparently, like Vince Vaughn, but without the N. Okay. Yeah, with a W. So complete surprise to me because that is not how I thought it was pronounced. But now from people I've talked to a couple different people who know him, who have worked with him in the past, in San Francisco, including one person who has worked with both him and Trent, and they said he was, basically without giving too much away, he was one of the core pieces of the 49ers front office that not only, kind of helped run their draft room, but also modernize, their entire draft process. Like just in terms of making it easier to categorize and go through film and actually organize your database and players and being like, okay, here's a rep of a player doing this. And you click on something and a video comes up. So just bringing the 49ers scouting and their front office into, the 21st century, he was a pivotal piece of. And there's just so many people in San Francisco who respect him. You look up when San Francisco was doing their quarterback pro day circuit last year, John Lynch always had Adam Peters, the assistant GM, and Ethan Waugh, with him at all of them, at Fields, at Lance, at
Right.
what's it called, at Zach Wilson, at Trevor Lawrence's pro day. So I think, the fact that he's been such an instrumental part of leading their draft room on draft day. He does such a big part in, the behind the scenes aspect of actually organizing the draft work and the draft class for the organization. And he's clearly somebody John Lynch, leans on. I know Lynch has said, in a podcast with Thomas Dimitroff that, he thought Trent Baalke left behind what he called an elite college scouting staff. And he said Ethan Waugh was a part of that. So just a guy who's really respected. I think it'd be a really good hire. I haven't talked to anybody yet who's like, no, that'd be, like a weird hire. Everybody thinks, it'd be a great hire. And it'd be a step up for him too. For people wondering, why would you take that job in Jacksonville when, you'll probably be the assistant GM in San Francisco when Peters becomes a GM? Well, in Jacksonville, he'll become the Peters, that San Francisco has, the bona fide number 2 guy.
Yeah. When we were looking at when the whole fan base was presuming that Baalke was going to get fired, and he evidently didn't, I had made a whole GM list, and I remember Peters was pretty high on my list there. So
it's interesting. I know they asked when he was asked about it. Trent Baalke kind of shot down that it was him. They said they were going to add somebody, but not necessarily him. Yeah, I don't know much about him, but I thank you for the insight.
Yeah,
I've always been, and Josiah can attest to this, we need more people in that front office space in general, whether that's an assistant GM, an EVP. It's just always been a GM and a head coach. And we need more people. Our front office is not built like successful NFL teams' front offices.
I mean, the last front office guy they had was, a non-general manager and consistently getting interviews from other teams was Chris Polian. And I'm going to venture to guess who's getting those based on being Bill Polian's son, as opposed to, being some kind of great evaluator with the Jaguars. So no, it's their front office in my mind has lagged behind the league. I think in all the areas they're behind the other teams. Aside from practice facility, which they obviously are working on that. I think the front office depth and talent is up there at the very top.
I would agree.
Yeah, I mean, you got Shad Khan giving his opinion at this point when he's at the combine on the hunt, asking what's the point of 40 times and stuff here.
I feel like that question was kind of not real. Yeah, I think it was like a stage
I hope
stage
so.
question for the common viewer who doesn't really get into football that much. Maybe I'm new into football. Hey, what does the combine do? And then Trent Baalke's like, oh, it does this, and so the new viewer's like, oh, okay, but it came off really bad.
Yeah, I hope for Shad Khan's sake that it was a fake question, because if you're the owner of a football team and you had to ask that question,
and you're in your what is this, his 10th or 11th season owning the team, and you're asking that question, come on, dude.
it would make sense why we are where we are. But
right.
Either way, so there's that, and now we're going to jump straight into mock draft, because the draft is tomorrow when you guys are seeing this. If you're watching,
what about the Cam Robinson news?
Oh yeah, well we're going to talk about that later. But Cam Robinson got a new deal, 3 years, $54 million, which Sean knows my stance on Cam Robinson. I'm not the biggest Cam Robinson fan, to say the least.
Is anyone really a big Cam Robinson fan? It's more like, well, besides him, it's more like, from a fan's perspective, it's more like, well, you could do a lot worse.
Yeah.
But you could also do better. But I
I think
don't think
Walker
it's
Little's
that big of a
better.
deal, to be honest. I think the contract is fine to me.
I wanted Walker Little to be the left tackle, but it's not
No,
my decision.
they honestly, the Cam contract, when I saw the numbers, I honestly thought it was better than what it was going to be. Like,
Yeah,
I
was
know
telling
there
you
are
earlier.
some people thought, he was going to get 65, 70 million.
Yeah,
overall.
I listened to the bold take this morning, and Dilla was like, he was hearing it was going to be 4 years, 80 million, and I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know about that one, man.
Christian Kirk blowing up the offensive tackle market.
No, it's funny that, overall, yeah, 3 years for 54 million isn't a bargain, but when you're looking at what it could potentially be, you're like, dang, that's, almost, if you're going to pay Ken Robinson, that's about, what you'd want to pay him, even if the best case scenario would be, to, of course, not pay Ken Robinson. But I just think it locks him in as the left tackle for the next few years. Anybody, and sure, there's still a chance they pick Ekwonu at number 1, but if they pick him, he has no path. He has no path to playing left tackle for at least 2 seasons, maybe 3 seasons if Cam Robinson makes it all the way through his contract. If Walker Little was a good pick, then he has no path to right tackle for 3 seasons. If Walker Little wasn't a good pick, then yeah, Ekwonu could slide over there. But hey, you just wasted a number 45 overall pick on a swing tackle. So I feel like the Cam contract means they're not going to take an offensive lineman, even if protecting Trevor Lawrence is a great idea in theory. I just don't think you have to do it number 1 overall.
I think Ekwonu translates better as a guard anyway, but
neither
here nor there.
I think he does too. I think he does.
Yeah, I think that's nearly universal opinion at this point, that he just looks like a guard half the time, and he definitely plays like a guard. He would be better.
Yeah, Shipley shook up Twitter yesterday when he said that Walker Little was a better tackle.
Yeah, no,
I agree.
I agree too.
If I had to start a guy at left tackle in an NFL game tomorrow, it's Walker Little, and
Yeah,
I have Ekwonu as I think my number 9 overall prospect. But I've said it before, and I've said it before. He scares me in pass protection. He just until he irons out his technique issues, he scares me on an island.
I would 100% agree.
I think he's way more raw as a pass protector than a lot of people will admit.
But he has like all pro potential at guard. So I feel like that's where he should slot in. So I feel like if someone's drafting him to be a tackle, they're probably going to be upset the first year, maybe.
Yeah. I think he'll be upset too because he.
Well, I don't think he'll be upset because that's probably where he wants to be.
He'd be upset he'd be upset if he went here, because earlier today in a podcast he said he wants to be a left tackle. So,
well,
his agent is like, take Aiden
off my
Hutchinson,
board.
Don't take me.
No, I mean I'd want to be a left tackle too. It's me going number 1 overall, getting that contract. I wouldn't want to be a left guard at all.
Right, that's where the money's at too. So I mean,
exactly.
Yeah, so I think you can eliminate Ekwonu, but Doug Peterson probably still wants him, so we'll see.
Awesome.
Either way, let's go ahead and jump into our mock draft. Can you guys see the mock draft?
Awesome. Yes, I can.
Yeah.
All right, so just to run through it quickly, we're going to use my board because I like to. I'll be pick 1, Sean will be pick 2, and John will be pick 3.
Perfect.
And we'll just repeat that order. And
cool.
Sean, I gave you 2 because you like the Lions.
I do like the Lions. No cap.
All right. I know I saw John's mock today. You guys should go check it out.
Don't spoil it.
I won't spoil it, but you guys can check his mock out. But pretty much everybody's changed their opinion here. I won't. I'm stubborn. I'm going Aiden Hutchinson until I see something else. I will not believe it.
For me, I'm living by the motto, it's Aiden till it's not. I got a feeling it's going to be not him, but I wanted to be him so bad. It's no secret. It's no secret if you follow me on Twitter. It's no secret who I want at number 1. Yeah, number 2.
Wait, who are you a bigger fan of, Wingard or Hutchinson?
Whoa! Why do we got to pick? Why we got to pick now?
You certainly got to type. I'll say that.
No, the Wingard thing it started off as a joke, man, but it just took off, dude. Like,
it evolved.
It took a mind of its own. It became its own thing. Now everybody's like, every time Wingard messes up, they're always at me, like, "Hey, get your boy, man." I'm like, dude, it was a joke. I was making fun of Darth Minshew. Come on.
Now it's like Hutchinson. People will openly tag you in tweets asking about Hutchinson.
Hey, man, what do you think about Hutchinson? Like, dude, scroll my timeline, bro. You can see. Okay, so Detroit. Let's see here. I'm gonna go Trayvon Walker here.
If you I do
If they
not.
take Malik Willis, I will literally drive into oncoming traffic.
Yeah, I don't know about you, John, but Sean and I are avid Malik Willis haters. So
I'd take him before any of the other quarterbacks in this class, but that's just because I think this class sucks. I mean, even Ritter, who I think is okay, I'm just not interested in. So I would take Willis over any of them, but I'm not taking him in the first round if I'm a general man.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
we are Pickett guys. This is a Pickett
we're
podcast.
Pickett guys, but I could realistically see every single one of these quarterbacks being mid at best.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. No, I like Pickett a lot as a USFL candidate.
Oh
All
God.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
I think I know what John's gonna go here, but
Yeah,
we'll see.
Stingley number 3. Seems like all the smoke is for a cornerback at number 3.
Am I blind?
Lovie Smith wants a playmaker at cornerback. Gets down Stingley. In my opinion, the best cornerback prospect since Jim.
Yeah,
I
don't
know
how to feel about
Josiah
that.
is gonna disagree with that one.
Yeah. Call me biased. I got the hat on, but
Yeah.
I like Sauce Gardner personally.
I
He's no
think
CJ
J.C.
Henderson.
Horn is the best since Ramsey. Like I'd take J.C. Horn over any quarter in this class, honestly.
I liked Horn a lot last year, too.
Yeah,
I would have Horn number 2 this year.
him getting hurt, man, that was a crusher for Carolina. He
Yeah.
was playing so well.
He was.
The nice thing about this podcast is whether he's your number 1 or not, this entire podcast respects Kyer Elam.
I do respect him.
John will not forget. Anytime he did a question thing, he does his Jags bag. I'd jokingly always add a Kyer Elam question just because. Just let's check up on the Kyer Elam
I
opinion.
answered either one of them, too. Every one of them, too.
And you've been a day one fan. You've been a day one fan. Yeah, the annoying thing about Kyer Elam is seeing Jags fans say, "Don't draft a Gators player," or "Gators players always suck." It's like,
Well, I mean, they have for us.
Well,
but-
for us, everybody we've drafted sucks.
That's also true. That's also true. What are you
just
doing here?
asking
What are you
to
doing
win.
at 4 here, guy?
I want to take Kayvon Thibodeau, but it seems like they're not going to for some odd reason. I'm going to take, I saw John's opinion on this, and I give a similar one, but I'm going to take Jermaine Johnson.
If I'm a Jets fan, I'm puking.
yeah.
Like projectile puking.
I just don't get it.
I like Jermaine Johnson, but he's my
okay.
edge 5. He's my edge 5/6, and I have him later in the first round.
And here,
over Thibodeau.
and the Giants here, man, they're doing backflips. They gotta be, because you think they got 5 and 7, they need a tackle and an edge. Well, hell, they got Kayvon Thibodeau here. There's Charles Cross and Evan Neal and Ekwonu on the board. So you take the edge now, get one of those 3 at 7. Jesus Christ, the Giants are hitting a home run this draft class.
Yeah, no, it's set up perfectly for them. I mean, the Panthers, too. I don't think the Panthers are going to take a quarterback. I give them – this is a tough one. I like Charles Cross more, but I feel like the Panthers would be a Ekwonu team.
Okay, so
As much as they, because they need to run the ball if they're going to have Sam
Yeah.
Darnold as quarterback. So it makes sense.
All right, the Giants.
Hey!
I've seen this one. I've seen. I'm going Charles Cross because I've seen Charles Cross linked to the Giants a lot recently, and I know Evan Neal. Evan Neal's my OT2. I have them neck and neck. You could go either or, but I think Charles Cross is way more better right now as an overall prospect. Evan Neal has some balance issues, but Evan Neal probably has the edge and upside. But I think the Giants are going to go with Cross. Thibodeau and Cross. That's a first
amazing.
round right there.
Yeah, that's a heck of a haul, man. I think they're set up really well.
Thibodeau's PR team has gotten really good lately, haven't they? Did you see his NFL Network interview?
He went.
He was
from-
great.
He was
went from
amazing. I was like, man, I like this guy.
At the beginning of the process, it was I don't want to play in California because of state taxes, and now it's I don't care where I go. I want to go where I'm going to go.
He was right about Alabama. I'll leave it at that.
That
Yeah, that's
Alabama, the Alabama slander.
That's fair.
Hey, respect Will Anderson.
You already know what I'm doing here, bud. Might as well dial it in. That Garrett Wilson,
Yep.
that Calvin Ridley 2.0.
I'll go. This is tough, but
I think they got to go Evan Neal.
it's between Neal and Gardner. I'm gonna go soft. I'm gonna go soft.
Hey, I like it.
All right, the Jets at 10. The Jets at 10. I mean, Evan Neal staring them in the face. I feel like
There's no way they can't.
He's
He's not.
If Evan Neal's at 10, I know they want a receiver, but if Evan Neal's at 10, I think Evan
Yeah,
Neal screams
you have
at him.
to do that.
He's not falling out of the top 10. There's no way. Can't. Let's see here. Washington. What should Washington do? Who's Washington's quarterback again? Isn't that garbage Carson Wentz?
Yeah, but I think
Man.
they were stuck on wanting a veteran quarterback and not a rookie.
Yeah, I know it says need is a wide receiver. I'd love to get them Jamison Williams here. Can Carson Wentz really get the best out of Jamison Williams?
I could see this being a Kyle Hamilton spot just because.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me Jamison Williams here. Jamison Williams and Scary Terry. Whew.
That would be
All for Carson Wentz to overthrow.
Hey,
all
Mollyhead.
for Carson Wentz. All for the underthrown DPI.
Hey, that
that'd be
works out.
wild.
That'd be good.
Give me. Yeah, show me the whole board at this pick. I'll go Kyle Hamilton here.
Good pick.
Vikings at 12.
Replacing.
I think the league is overthinking him greatly.
Yeah.
I do too. His 40 time,
It doesn't really move me.
People going off his pro day 40 when he literally ran a faster one at his combine. I'm just
Yeah.
like I don't even get the point of using it.
Plus, I trust the tape over the 40, so.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with this tape at all. People are now, because of his bad 40 as pro day, are trying to make up stuff. I almost said a bad word. Trying to make up stuff about his tape that isn't there in my opinion.
The Texans could really go receiver here because they desperately need a receiver. I saw a stat that they had one of the lowest percentages of having an open receiver per PFF. So take that how you will, but they could also go edge, as the board says. Depends on how highly they value Chris Olave.
I value
edges
Chris
are
Olave
available?
greatly.
I'm
I'm a Michigan fan.
I don't really know. This one's difficult because I feel like they could literally go anywhere. So I'm just gonna go with my guy Arnold Ebiketie.
Man, he is, man, but him getting to the top 15, I don't know, but I could see it.
It'll pain me to see my guy go to the Texans, but
And here we are with the Ravens, and they're going to take the mountain of a man,
yeah.
Jordan Davis.
The right pick.
Oh man.
Stud, man.
They did just bring back Michael Pierce, but geez, that gives you both
Doesn't
of them.
matter.
It gives you
Stud.
both of them. Both of them to
Exactly.
just roll in and out. Oh my god.
Jordan Davis is a fun player. If he develops as a pass rusher,
And I think he's going to too, honestly.
I agree.
I think the flashes are there. They just didn't ever, ask him or need him to do
They
it.
didn't need him. They had Wyatt and Carter. You didn't need them to do
Exactly.
Jalen Carter is a top 5 player. Jalen Carter.
No, he's unbelievable.
I cannot stop talking about Jalen Carter.
With the Eagles pick, I'll go another Georgia lineman. I'll give him Devontae.
Yeah, I think he's the best in this class, but I also think Jordan Davis has the most upside by far.
Yeah, Wyatt just seems like an Eagles player.
I love Devontae Wyatt.
All right, Saints. The Saints traded up. What offensive linemen do we have available? Trevor Penning would be a sickening reach here, but I have seen them linked to Penning a lot.
I don't like him at all.
I have him because I think his upside is crazy. I could see him at the end of the first.
I see him being a flag magnet.
Yeah, I could see that. all
I'm
day.
not a fan.
Lots of after the
Tyler
vessel.
Smith
I'm
before
going
Penning.
Chris Olave. I feel like Chris Olave is a Saints type receiver.
And then these guys probably. This is a team I've seen linked to Trevor Penning a lot.
Yeah.
God, this is predictive, not what I would do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Damn it! Do you think they would really take Penning right here?
I hope not.
I do.
Yeah,
honestly.
I think they would.
I
So
think
go
they
ahead and do
would.
it. Do it. I
I
hate
don't
it
think-
for them.
I don't think he gets past them or the Saints.
Yeah, I just personally I would not do that.
Yeah. For the Eagles, give me Quay Walker.
Oh,
Sounds like
Woo!
Trent
sounds like
Baalke
he's
is
gonna
punching
be-
the wall.
sounds like he's going to be, the first linebacker.
Yeah,
Off
Trent
the ball.
Baalke's punching air right now.
My number 74 overall prospect is the first linebacker off the board. Congratulations. Saints again. I mean, what offensive tackles? I mean, I'm lower on. Like I've seen a lot of people. Where is he on here? Oh, I have him. I think he's listed at guard on this website, but I think he's a tackle. Tyler Smith. I don't think Tyler Smith is ready to play right now. Just my opinion. I think he's really high upside and he's really young, but I just don't think he's too raw. Devin Lloyd, I guess could go here. I don't really know. I don't really know what to do here. I mean, I've seen Bernard Raymond. I'm lower on him, but I've seen him linked a lot in the first round, and I think they want an offensive tackle, so
Nice.
I think they'll go there.
All right, I hate this, but I'm gonna Oh God, am I gonna do it? I'm gonna go Malik Willis, and I don't want to, but it's predictive. Not what I would do. I would take Pickett if I was them, just to do it. It'd be cool, Pittsburgh to
Just to do
Pittsburgh.
it.
But yeah, I see them going Malik Willis here for some reason.
New England's pick 21. I'm gonna go Zion Johnson. It seems like
That's perfect fit.
it's gonna be cornerback or guard for them, and I just think with their offensive scheme, Zion, like you said, perfect
Right.
fit. It's like a
They,
glove.
And
they just traded away Shaq Mason. Yeah, Jinx.
Exactly.
All right, Packers.
Oh, don't do it. They won't do it, so don't do it. They won't do it, so don't do it.
You think they're not? You actually think they're not going to take a
They
receiver?
don't take receivers in the first round. They just don't do it.
Traylon Burks just feels like a Green
Hey.
Bay receiver.
I know, man.
I'm-
Hey, you go.
I'm
Hey, if
higher
you
on
think they'll do it,
Pickens.
if you think they'll do it, then by all means.
I'm higher on Pickens, but I think the Packers they want their junior scouts. They don't want any potential risks. So I think that eliminates him. Drake London also. I think they're going to go Drake London if he's available there, but the Packers realistically really could go no wide receiver in the first round, but not me. And I hope for their sake they don't. But
Let's go Kyer Elam here.
I like the fit. Pairing Marco and Kyer back up.
Treylon Burks. The pick makes no sense, but it's Jerry Jones taking a dude who scores touchdowns, who's also from Arkansas.
Yep, that's all the sense you need right there.
He's going hog hunting after he gets drafted.
He loves them. He loves Razorbacks, man.
Hand hunting as well. The Bills. What corner is available? Give me. I'm higher on Andrew Booth. Trent McDuffie is higher for some other people. I'm just gonna go Andrew.
I think
Booth
McDuffie's gonna be a stud in the slot.
Yeah, he's gonna be a stud in the slot.
I like him a lot as an inside guy.
Titans fans hate it when you mock them linebacker in the first round. They hate it to death. But damn, if Devin Lloyd is just sitting there looking at you, and you're Tennessee, you kind of have to do it, in my opinion. So I'm gonna go Devin Lloyd. Devin Lloyd's a stud.
I've seen people mock quarterbacks to Tennessee. I would actually
Yeah.
laugh. I would laugh myself out of the stadium tomorrow if that happened.
I'm gonna go
Is Daly's place?
27 for Tampa. I'm gonna go Lewis Sign, Georgia.
Ooh, I'm a big Sign fan.
I really like Kyle Hamilton, but I think Sign is closer to him than the third safety is a Sign.
That's fair. I mean, Sign, he's just so fluid in coverage. He lives
he great tackler. He can do anything also.
I saw a report that he was the one that was calling the defense for Georgia.
Yeah, I believe that honestly.
I mean, I have a personal.
They rotated their linebackers so much.
Yeah,
it's like I try to hold a personal grudge against him for hitting Kyle Pitts like he did, but he's so good. I can't not be a fan. Green Bay, what are they gonna do here? They already took their receiver that they might not even take anyways. What edges are available? George Karlaftis. I feel like George Karlaftis would be a good Green Bay Packer. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna go here. I don't buy him falling out of the first round. I don't see it.
Now we're here at Kansas City. Kansas City. Let's go. Is Trip McDuffie still on the board, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Let's go McDuffie here.
And then I'm gonna go Boye Mafe.
I was thinking about him too.
Yeah, I feel like they've been tied to him literally the entire process.
Mafe and McDuffie would be a
back
nice
to back.
ball.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
Then you got the Bengals. The Bengals, what cornerback is that? They're pissed because they were really hoping McDuffie would fall. I'm not that high on Mccreary. I think he has short arms. I don't think he's that athletic. I think he just is underwhelming in a lot of areas. Measurables and somewhat tape too.
He's got really short arms.
Yeah, his arms are really short. And I feel like he gets stuck at the top of routes.
Yeah, and he ran like 4.5.
4.5, yeah. Sean always says it. 4.5 is not what ideally you want for a CB1.
Yeah, especially for a small guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll be locked in the nickel. So we'll see how that goes.
So what you gonna do, brother?
Linebacker, they don't really need one. What safety? I
mean, they
could go Daxton Hill.
Yeah, Daxton Hill will be a good
That's what
fit.
I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go Daxton Hill. He could play corner or safety for
the Lions are punching air. As they wanted to get
first round.
They wanted to get their Michigan man. Go to all for me. Let me see the whole board.
All right. Ooh, I love this first. I love this if you're the Jaguars. Just saying.
Yeah, no, it worked out really well for them.
Yeah. I'm gonna go. Sucks. I would love to have Daxton Hill fall here. Part of me wants to take a quarterback, but I just don't think they'll do it, man. I think they're perfectly content going into the season with Jared Goff. For now. Let me get Nakobe Dean, man.
That's who I would have taken too.
Nakobe Dean locks in the first round. People are overthinking Nakobe Dean as well because of his measurables. I think you just have to trust the tape. His instincts are incredible.
I would love for the Jaguars to have their pick of Kenyon Green or Linderbaum at 33.
Yeah, I think they would take Linderbaum too, honestly.
Yeah.
A world where we go from Linder to Linderbaum.
I don't think that was a bad mock draft, man, to be honest.
No. I think it's fairly, on the up and up.
I think the Jets fans are still crying that they spent the 4th pick on.
They can just pretend they.
Yeah, but then you got Evan Neal. So imagine you just pretend you swapped them.
It's kind of like it was the Raiders last year. They drafted Leatherwood in the first, and then
Morig.
Yeah.
Merrick.
Merrick. They drafted Merrick in the second.
Pretend you swapped the picks. Yeah.
But yeah, guys. So John's got to head out, but hope you guys enjoyed having John Shipley on as a guest. Hope you enjoyed being a guest on the podcast as well. We greatly appreciated you coming on.
Yeah, no, I loved it. Thanks for having me on, y'all, and I'm excited to get on here. After the draft, before the season, whenever once the team looks like it's shaping up and we know what it looks like, I'm excited to come back.
I appreciate it, man.
We'll definitely have you back.
Thank you guys.
Have a great day.
Have a good one.
All right, we are back, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed that interview with John. We had fun. Hopefully, John can come back on the podcast sometime in the next ensuing months, depending on how the Jags do. And if they make the Jags, or if the Jags make me drive off a bridge. If that happens, then it might not happen.
If we're still alive after draft day.
If we're still alive, then John might come back. I'm hoping to get us some more guests in the future. We really haven't had that many crazy guests. We've had some interviews, but I'm hoping to change that soon. And hope you guys are down for that. If you guys have anybody that you would like us to get on the podcast, comment them and we will consider. Yes, I said consider because we might not like them. So.
We like everybody.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. All right. So let's go ahead and do a new little segment that it's a one-time segment. I tweeted on the account to buy or sell, or to give us some hot takes for the draft. Your hot takes for the draft, and we are going to buy or sell them. I thought this would be a little fun segment, so let's go ahead and jump straight into that. Let me go ahead and share my screen. We'll start first up. Gravy. Evan Neal will be one of the greatest linemen to ever grace a football field if he doesn't get any crazy injuries. I'm selling that.
I'm selling that just because, that's an extremely egregious remark to make.
Yeah, I think Evan Neal has the potential to be. I think Evan Neal has the potential to be really, really good with his upside.
I think he has the potential to be the greatest lineman from this class.
Yeah, easily.
But ever?
Ever? You're talking Tony Baselli?
Jonathan Ogden?
Nah, fam.
I don't know about ever.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
So next take, let's see if this will load. From Reasonable Clout. You guys can see Sean's reply. Buy or sell. Hutchinson's ceiling is higher than Nick Bosa's.
I'm buying that all day.
I'm
buying it all day long.
I'm gonna sell because I don't think it. I think at best it's even. But I don't think Hutchinson's ceiling is
I'm gonna say my realistic answer, my Aiden Hutchinson stand answer is yes all day long. But my realistic answer is it's a push.
Yeah, it's a push. I'm
not gonna buy nor sell it.
But
he's athletic. He's athletic enough to where it could be possible though.
He's more athletic than Nick Bosa, but Nick Bosa on tape was just insane. I mean, Hutchinson was too. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying Nick Bosa was quite nuts.
He has better length, barely.
Length. There, that's the key thing.
Just barely though. It's like an inch. His arms are like an inch longer or some shit.
Yeah, I mean it's closer than some people would admit.
This take though. Ugh.
Isaiah Spiller will end up as the best back in the draft.
Sell.
Isaiah Spiller. I actually think I could see Isaiah Spiller underperforming his expectations heavily.
I think it's going to be either Kenneth Walker or Breece Hall.
Yeah, I think so too. I also would rather I'd take. Tell me whether it's the bias or not. But I think Dameon Pierce will have a better career. I think
Bias.
I could see James. I don't know about James. I feel like
Bias.
I could see Isaiah Spiller having a. Depends on what you context, because I see James Cook as a Nyheim Hines, but a Nyheim Hines, but upgraded version, like a receiving back mostly who can run the ball too. So I could see James Cook being better. I could see a lot of guys being better. Like I said, I could see Isaiah Spiller really disappointing more than I could see him being the best back in the draft.
I would agree.
All right,
That
we got Patrick with 2. We'll start with Evan Neal has the highest floor of any player in the draft and is the safest number 1 overall pick. Floor? No.
I'm going to push because I think it's about even with Aiden Hutchinson as far as the floor goes.
Yeah.
Safest pick? I mean, it's a push. I feel like Evan Neal and Aiden Hutchinson are the two. I hate that word safe.
I think Charles Cross is safer than Evan Neal, quite frankly.
That's you. That's not me.
Yeah.
I like Charles Cross. Evan Neal's still my tackle 1. I just feel like him and Aiden Hutchinson are the two. I hate that word safe because that implies you're settling. But
Yeah.
I feel like they have the highest floor of any 2 players in the class for me.
I think Charles Cross is safer.
Along with,
I think he's more ready right now, but I have them neck and neck in my rankings because Evan Neal has tremendous upside. I think Evan Neal's upside is crazy.
right?
But I think his floor is fine. I think his floor is good, but I just think Evan Neal's or Charles Cross is way more refined and better to be good day 1 and not really bust necessarily.
Right. I want to double back and correct my statement. Evan Neal, Aiden Hutchinson, and Kyle Hamilton, in my opinion, have the highest floors in this class.
That's fair. Then draft rankings overreact hugely to combine/pro days. There's no way a one-off series of workouts should matter more to a player's rankings than multiple years of games.
I will buy that
I will buy that, but also combine stuff does still matter to an extent.
Yeah, he's not saying it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter as much as tape does.
Yeah, and there is certain things that if somebody does this at a combine, and then it makes me realize something, like cough cough Darian Kendrick, I feel like you're calling me out with your reply, because I dropped Darian Kendrick from a top 100 player in my very initial one to like undrafted, because he ran like a 4.8. He's still running his 40.
That's different because that's completely different. If they completely, like if a corner completely bombs the 40, like a 4.8,
and everything else, he bombed everything.
But the 40 in particular, though,
40,
if you're not running a 4.4, a low 4.5 at worst, I'm not picking you in the first round, or like to be a corner. I'm not even picking the second round because my corners need to be fast, bro.
I feel like it also kind of points out some things. Like with Kendrick, one of my weaknesses initially that I had noted was his long speed was not the greatest. I didn't think it was that bad, but his long speed was an issue, and he got cooked by Ohio State a couple years ago because of it. Well,
I get why now.
I know now why. I did not expect it to be that bad, and it was
bad. You got Garrett Wilson Olave putting in 4 threes on this guy's 4.8.
Exactly. Like, get this guy out of here.
Yeah, there's no way, dude. I've still seen him mocked pretty high. And I'm like, bro.
Yeah, Darian Kendrick, I can't do it. Roger Mccreary, I talked about this earlier, but Roger Mccreary is very slept on because of his combine measurements and will be a real good cornerback in the NFL.
I'll buy this. I'll buy that he is kind of getting slept on because of his measurements. I still think he'll be a really good nickel corner in the NFL.
Yeah, I'll buy it to an extent because I think he's a second round pick still, and I think he can be a good nickel, but his arms are very short.
They are. I don't think you can put him outside with that length.
He gets glued to the top of routes, so when you see receivers run curls and comebacks all the time, I feel like he gets caught behind, lagging all the time, because I don't think his hips are that. I think his hips get stuck at the top of routes. That's what I was looking for. Like I said, he's shorter as well. He's a bit undersized as a whole, and he runs a 4.5. His whole athletic tape, or not tape, but his whole athletic card per se is just really unimpressive.
His athletic profile.
Profile. That's the word I was looking for.
I'm
It's
here
just
to
not
help.
that impressive to me. Like, I think he's a second round pick, and I think he'll be a fine slot. But I could really see him not being that good in the league. But I love his ball skills, and
I think he's gonna be good.
I think he's gonna be
personally.
good, but I could also see him not being good.
He played pretty well for the most part
Yeah,
against top level
yeah,
talent.
he
in
played
the
good.
SEC,
And he plays to the end. Like he maximizes his length.
Yeah.
It's just his length isn't very much.
He's like the cornerback version of Khalil Shakir.
Yeah, pretty much. That's a good comparison. Don't think it'll happen. But
I think it will.
But I've seen it in a handful of mocks. Linderbaum makes it to round 2, and the Jags take him. If Linderbaum, I would love this because Linderbaum replacing Linder, like, it's meant to be, bro.
It is. My only thing, the only way they don't do it is if they get some great offer to trade back.
Exactly.
That's the only way they don't do it. But if he makes it, which I think he will now, from everything I've heard from people in the league, I think he will make it to round 2 now. And my God, if he's there and we could take him, and then you also snagged Aiden Hutchinson or Trayvon Walker at pick 1, you have to be feeling pretty good about it.
Yeah, he's like my 13th. Though he's like my 12th. He's like a top 15 prospect for me. I'm not sure.
He's
exactly
Cynthia Freeland's number 9 prospect in the draft.
And I follow some offensive line guys on Twitter because offensive line, I will openly admit, is not my specialty. Like, I can watch and see if a guy gets beat or this and that, but these guys, they know what they're talking about because they played offensive line and all this other stuff. One of them specifically, I think his name is Brandon. He tweeted earlier that him, and as the more he talks to other guys who played
Brandon Thorne?
Thorne, yes, Brandon Thorne. As he talks to more people around the league that know offensive line and all that stuff, the more he feels confident that Linderbaum is a top player in this class and he's going to be really good. People overreact because he has short arms and he really got beat up by Leo
because
Chenal.
They don't like that he only worked out at his pro day. It's because he had an injury at the beginning of the season that he took all through the season. Wasn't ever on the injury report because you don't have to do that in college. And so he played a whole year with an injury, still balled out. Like, the guy is a beast at center. He played all year with an injury, so his injury's been hampering him. So he didn't want to work out at the combine, which is, fair. And he's not the biggest guy.
Yeah, he really. The only time I really saw him struggle was against Leo Chenal, and Leo Chenal is huge and athletic as you know what. So
yeah,
I think people are overreacting, like overthinking. Again, I think people are overthinking the prospect. If he falls to 33, I'll run home with it. And finally, our last one is from
it's from my buddy.
From Delta Mike Deuce. Eagles draft a corner in round 1. Buy or sell? I'll buy it. I could see that happening really.
I will buy it.
I'll buy it because I could really see it, but I forget they only have 2 picks and not 3 now.
Yeah, but they still could take a corner at one of them. I don't think we took one in our mock with John, did we?
They did not.
They could definitely take one. Like, I don't think Stingley falls that far, but if he does, like, if he's at their first pick at 15, they're taking him.
Yeah, I could see them taking a lot of these corners.
Kyer Elam, they could take him.
They could take McDuffie.
They could take McDuffie, and they could take Booth. Yeah, there's plenty of corners they could do it. I'm not saying they will do it. They could do it, though.
Yeah,
so if I had to buy or sell, gun to my head, I'd buy it.
I'd buy it. I was much more confident in it when it came to them having 3 picks. But now that they have 2, it's a little bit more up in the air. But I could see it happening.
Yeah,
for sure.
It all depends on who falls.
Yeah, that's pretty much the case.
All
right, so
this segment.
Let's go ahead and jump straight into some mock drafts.
Here we go.
All right, so first we got Gordon.
What did Gordon? Oh my God, bro! I already see it.
Aiden Hutchinson, number 1. Then he trades Laviska Shenault, 33, a first rounder and a second rounder for number 2 and 32. Then he turns 2. Oh, he turns 2 somewhere. He turns 2 into 9, Metcalf, and 40. Then he turns 9 and 32 into 5 and 7.
Ow!
Then takes Charles Cross and Evan Neal. How many offensive tackles do we have? 70?
No, dude, this is such. He had to be doing some forced to trade shit because 5 and 7 for 9 and 32. That's never gonna happen.
Exactly, literally.
Gardo, stop dicking around.
And what's the point of taking Charles Cross and Evan Neal?
Also, you took Justin Ross way too high.
Yeah, you take Justin Ross too high. I like Chris Olave. Kirby Smith is good. Hassan Haskins is nice.
Obviously, the draft itself is an A, but like, dude,
I just don't understand. Why take Charles Cross and Evan Neal though? Like, realistically, you don't need either of them, but at least only take one.
Evan Neal could play guard for you, bro.
True. I mean, I guess you could put.
And Charles Cross would be a better right tackle probably than anybody.
Probably, but then you have Juwan Taylor is literally
you're cutting Juwan Taylor.
You're cutting Juwan Taylor.
You're swinging Walker Little.
You have Walker Little. Then you have
also this was before the Cam deal. So.
Yeah, that's true. But geez.
It's so egregiously unrealistic. The draft is an A, but the realistic factor it makes this draft an F.
Gordo does a line.
He traded Marvin Jones in 40 for 21.
He sniffs a line before he does every single one of these.
He's like, let's get to mocking.
He's at work doing one of those stupid dances as he does it. And no, he's doing his dance and then he's like progressively just clicking players.
Right.
Oh my lord. Gravy. Crazy realistic 7-round mock draft. Let's see how realistic it is. Trayvon Walker at 1. I could see it happening, unfortunately. I mean,
corner and a safety.
I like Trayvon Walker, and I think he would be great, and I think he'll be good. I just don't think you should take him over Aiden Hutchinson.
I agree.
Sean saw a video of him earlier, so now he likes him, but
I did not like him. That was a poorly worded tweet. I like him more now.
yeah.
It was like I hated the guy before that.
Yeah, then you got yeah, you were starting to because of all that stuff. But
well, I start to because I have to counteract all the Aiden Hutchinson slander I see on a daily basis because I'm such a fan.
respect it. You know how I do the same thing.
Yeah.
Jalen Petre at 33 would be not the greatest thing to me. I love Petre, but
I love him as a player. We don't really need a corner. And is he going to play at safety?
I
think he's better than Rayshawn, but like
if you're drafting him to play safety, why not just take like Sign, Hill, or whoever's there? I'm sure there's like, you know what I mean? Like maybe Daxton.
Neither of those players were there in our mock with John.
They weren't in ours, but realistically, if Daxton Hill or Lewis Sign is there, why would you take Petre over either of them to play true safety?
Yeah, I don't know.
Also, they have him listed at cornerback on PFF. I think oh wait, I'm thinking of Daxton Hill. They listed Daxton Hill as a cornerback, which PFF is buns.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyways, Nick Cross, I think that's a reach. I like Nick Cross, but not that much. Gadecki, I'm gonna be honest. I have him as like a 6-rounder on my board. That might be. It's mostly because I forgot to change it. So I'll admit.
I'm gonna keep it a band with you. I hate this fucking mock. I hate it to death.
Like
really if he left the draft with this, I'd probably throw up.
Yeah, like I'm gonna grade every pick. Trayvon Walker, I'll give it a B because I like Trayvon, but you're not getting an A if you're not the best player at your position. Petre, I give the C+ for us.
Yeah, agree.
Nick Cross, I'll give it a D. Gadecki, I'll give it a D.
Agree.
James Mitchell, I'll give it a F+, honestly.
Agree.
Mike Rose, F+.
Agree.
Josh Johnson, D.
Agree.
Makai Polk,
Agree.
D. Doug Kramer,
agree.
F. Honestly, I give
agree.
F- for Doug Kramer for me. Hassan Haskins,
A.
I'll give it A.
That's
I'll
a really
give
good
him
value.
A+, actually.
That's a good value for a back end of the is that back end of the 6th round?
Yeah, 198.
Kind of, sort of. Yeah.
Ron Bland.
I don't even know who the hell that is.
B.
So sure.
Connor Hayward. Why are we drafting a fullback?
He's not
F.
really a tight end, so yeah. F. I don't know. That draft sucks.
This mock as a whole gets like a D.
I'm sorry, bro. You knew you signed up for this mock is shit.
Yeah. Yeah, crazy realistic, more like crazy fucking ass. All right, Matt. Let's keep this in mind.
Keep that in mind.
Ariza is a placeholder for Cade York.
Got
Aiden
it.
Hutchinson, good, love it.
Hey, love
Chambers,
it.
love it.
Love
Chanel,
it.
love it.
Love it.
Salyer, love it.
Love
Woods,
it.
love it.
Love it.
Haskins, love it.
Love it.
JT Woods, love it.
Love
Thomas
it.
Booker, love
Love
it.
it.
Isaac Taylor Stewart, don't
Sure.
really care. Matt Ariza, Cade York,
Cade York, love it.
Speaking of, before we go on, Thomas Booker at 188 would probably be the biggest steal of this entire draft. I'm not even gonna
Steal
lie.
of the century.
Because I have him as a top 100 player. I think he needs to work as a pass rusher, but he's got crazy good football IQ. He played at Stanford. That should tell you that part.
The interior D line class is like sneaky good.
It's pretty good.
What's the next picture?
But yeah, I think he's a really good run defender, great IQ, good athlete.
Jalen Naylor, I'll take that all day.
Fine.
I like his
Smoke
upside.
Monday.
Sure.
Smoke Monday. It's pick 235 shits and giggles. Fuck it.
It's the best name in the football. I'll take it.
Exactly. You get an A+ from me.
It's an A+. Colby Jarrell.
Colby Jarrell, you win this day's mock.
That was a great mock draft. I would literally be on cloud 9, floating away.
I would have passed out on the floor if this happened.
Yeah, as soon as they say Jelani Woods and then Hassan Haskins next, I'm falling out, bro.
And then when we draft Thomas Booker at 188, I'm literally like done.
I'm needing you to bring over the freaking
talk about run defense. Thomas Booker is one of the best run defending defensive tackles in this class, in my opinion. Like,
Yeah,
and he's,
that draft would be crazy.
he's got crazy athleticism and football IQ. Like, you could teach him to be a pass rusher too. Like, bruh, unreal.
Also,
JT
there's no way we're taking 12 people, right?
No, I don't understand. It's the thing is, I just don't see where we trade up.
The people are saying we could trade back from 33. And I'm like, dude, if you trade back, you're getting more picks. You're talking about potentially 14 to 15 picks. There's no way, dude. You need to use them 6 and 7s to finagle your stuff to get the guys you want.
I've seen
in
rumors
rounds
that,
like
like,
3, 4, and 5.
I've seen rumors that the Jags could trade up for Quay Walker.
I saw that too. I heard that too today. I was like,
I
bro,
would-
no, please, God,
I
don't do
would
that.
jump off the Dame's point.
Why trade up for Quay Walker when you could just get Chad Muma at 33?
Honestly, the only questionable pick in this is, I mean, I love
I-
JT Woods' athleticism. It's just he needs to tackle. Like, that's literally his
Yeah,
issue.
but you're talking about a pick at pick 180.
Exactly.
Who cares anymore?
Like, he's got crazy upside. Isaac Taylor Stewart sucks, but he's crazy.
I got a draft take you can buy or sell.
What?
If Jamari Salyer was 3 inches taller, he'd be a first-round pick as a tackle.
I'm gonna sell. I think his arms are a little bit short for tackle.
Well, if he was 3 inches taller, he probably would be longer arms too, in theory.
Yeah.
He was actually pretty. I mean, he played pretty damn good for a tackle this year.
As
a tackle
he
this
played
year.
pretty good as a tackle.
It's just
but-
being 6'2", 330. If he
Yeah.
was 6'5", 330, and his arms were like an inch or two longer, he's probably a first-round draft pick. At
I'd
tackle.
like to see his tack. I'd like to see his. I feel like he gets beat around the edge a lot too. I'd like to see him be more athletic. Is another thing. Like,
He's really good, dude.
I don't think he's athletic enough to be a premier left tackle. Is another thing.
Yeah, I just think he's really good. I think he could do it in a pinch if you needed him to.
Yeah, he definitely could do it in a pinch. That's what he did at Georgia. He was literally actually their guard, but their left tackle got hurt, so he just stuck at left tackle. All
I mean,
right.
that's just a sneaky good pick at 70, dude. Like, holy crap!
Yeah, I mean,
Like, you're getting a guy who would probably
he'll probably start at guard
be
day
just
one
as
for us.
like a really good guard, like probably a potential Pro Bowl level guard. It could start at, and you could put out there at tackle if you needed to in a pinch.
Yep. All right, now let's go ahead and do the Jaguars mock draft.
Ugh, gross.
I'll let you pick first.
Oh, great. Is this predictive or what I would do?
Predictive, because the mock. All
All right, I'm gonna go Trayvon Walker, number 1 overall.
Ooh.
Everything.
Kyrie Elam number 3.
Stop. You can't call me biased, bro. Shit pointing to Trayvon Walker. I'm gonna let it ride this time. I'm trying to keep it fresh too for the show, bro. I can't do Aiden Hutchinson every time.
It is. It's just I'm too stubborn to do it myself.
I know, but I'll do it just because I'm trying to keep it fresh. Dude, oh my god, if this freaking fell,
Are you looking at this right now?
Treylon Burks, dude, I would run.
I'm just curious. Wait, where am I looking at that? What other? You got Sky Moore. I've seen Sky Moore rumors, but I've also seen people saying the rumors. This is probably what you were just referring to. A lot of receiver smoke has come up for the Jags today at 33, and people think they might be doing it to warrant a trade up, or they want there to be a run of receivers at the end of the first, so that
Push someone else
to push a linebacker like Quay Walker down to us,
or Linderbaum.
or Linderbaum, exactly.
Dude,
I feel like-
if Treylon Burks is there, bro, you have to run to the podium.
I feel like teams being quiet can also be deadly because I feel like they could be like hiding it, but
We're
the
really
Jags
taking
have been good
we're
at
really
hiding stuff
taking
this year.
we're really taking Stingley at number 1.
The corners, yeah, I mean the corners aren't that impressive. Linebacker, I mean, I love Nakobe Dean, Leo Chenal, Chad Muma, Troy Anderson, Christian Harris, Quay Walker. I love all these linebackers.
You're a lot lower on Quay Walker than apparently the league is.
I am definitely lower on him than the league is, but I know ball and the league doesn't.
That's also fair. I'm also not as super high. Like, I don't even think I wouldn't take him at 33.
Like I like Quay Walker. It's just I like all these other linebackers more.
I agree. It's not like I hate Quay Walker.
Exactly.
Just
And then
these other
look at
guys
this.
are also really good. I would go all the way down as far as Channing Tindall, dude, as far as people I like.
Exactly. Channing Tindall. I would give me
Darian
Channing
Beavers is
Tindall
the
in the
beast.
4th. Give me Channing Tindall in the 4th over any other linebacker, quite frankly. Like
And Brandon Smith, if he could learn how to tackle better, he'll be a monster. He's so athletic.
Leo Chenal. Troy Anderson got a 10 out of 10 on the RS
Yeah.
scale. Like
Who you
Leo
picking,
Chenal-
bro? Who you picking, bro?
Sorry, I just love. We're talking draft, bro. Let me.
Who you
talk
picking,
draft.
bro?
Let
Who
me
you
talk
doing?
Draft. We will not get to talk.
We've been talking draft, bro. It's time to put up or shut up. Who you picking?
I'm picking Chad Muma.
I wouldn't hate it. Although I would hate it if they took him over Treylon Burks.
If they took him over Nakobe Dean and Leo Chenal, I would be.
I like him about the same as Leo Chenal.
Yeah, like you see,
Nakobe Dean I like better.
Four spots different.
Yeah,
and it's
I do like
probably
Nakobe Dean better.
I'm curious. Travis Jones, I love Perrion Winfrey a lot. I don't.
Travis Jones is sneaky. He's a sneaky first rounder in my opinion.
I agree. I actually mocked him in the first round a couple weeks ago.
Sneaky.
Bills. Remember when I got slandered for drafting a defensive lineman?
Yeah, because the guy was like, "Oh, we wouldn't do that."
What offensive tackle? I like Abraham Lucas, but not this high. Like I said, I'm lower on Bernard Raymond and Tyler Smith. I've seen them go in the first round a lot.
I saw someone say that Nicholas Petit-Frere could go into the first round. And I was like,
I had
no
him as
way.
a first rounder during the season.
Ain't no way now. I don't think so.
He's not that athletic. He gets
Kellen
cooked by
Diaz clears.
He gets cooked by pretty much any good player he plays against. Like the only the edge rusher, the good edge rusher that he held his own against was Karlaftis, and that's why I'm lower on Karlaftis because he just, I don't know.
Well, the Lions take Jahan Dotson over Treylon Burks. Interesting.
I don't know, man. I mean, he's higher on my board. I mean, Burks is higher on my board than Dotson is, so I don't even know how that happened.
They must like the slot guy better.
Jamari Sally or Tyler Smith. Like I mentioned it earlier when John was around. Tyler Smith as an offensive tackle, his ceiling is tremendous. Like he could be great, but he's so young. He's just 20 years old. He's so raw. He's only played the position for 2 years. I don't think he's ready to play.
Who you picking, bro?
I've been talking all day. Give me Treylon Burks.
Just to do Treylon. Oh my god! I saw somebody was tweeting saying that one GM had Drake Jackson as a second, and another GM was talking to had Jake Jackson as a fifth rounder.
That was you're talking about the Draft Scout on Twitter.
Oh yeah, I don't like him.
The Draft Scout had him in the second.
All right, go to all.
I have him as third. Oh no, look at 63.
Oh no, go to all. According to the Bold Take Pod in one _Dillical, apparently he snuck it in there, but apparently nobody else on the pod knew who he was. That the Jaguars like Charlie Kohler.
Are you kidding, bruh?
So
I'm sick. I want Charlie Kohler so bad. I know.
Give me Chad Muma.
I don't agree with him much, but TFG said he's not saying he is.
Oh man, go for Darian Mathis.
He's not saying he is. What's it called? Travis Kelce, but he has a lot of Travis Kelce traits.
Who, Kohler?
Yeah.
He's a beast, man.
I love Kohler.
You got to go like Winfrey or for Darian Mathis here, right?
Winfrey, I feel like makes more sense to the Jaguars than Mathis.
I think they both make sense. They're both great.
I know, but Winfrey visited them. Winfrey has the long arms, bulky.
Yeah,
long arms.
yeah, Mr. Long Arms.
Dude, Winfrey has a ceiling insanely high.
So far, this draft is like amazing.
There goes Quay Walker, finally.
Malik Willis just went 82 to the Falcons, which is where he should realistically go.
I forgot. If we were doing predictive, you should have taken Quay Walker and not Brandon. Or not, what? Chad, I meant.
Too bad.
That was Thomas Booker.
I
mean, Greg Dulcich would be.
Give me my guy Luke Fortner, bro.
There we go, getting that center.
He's been
Honestly,
linked to
Cam
us.
Jurgens. I've seen a lot of hype of Cam Jurgens going way higher.
He's super athletic.
I know he's crazy athletic, and he moves well.
Isn't he also strong?
Yeah, he's pretty strong. Now there goes your boy Ellaby.
Hey, to the Bills, man. Gonna play some cleanup.
QB1, man. Oh, there goes Bailey Zappi.
I like Caleb Elby. I feel like Caleb Elby legitimately has as good a chance as anybody else to be the best quarterback in this class.
Bruh, I saw... when I was making my big board and I was adding all the RAS scores.
I know you saw his
RAS
res.
score,
I know.
I was like, I didn't even make that was the most surprising thing.
His res doesn't make sense for what I see on tape.
Yeah, I mean, he's not like a crazy guy that's gonna run around, and I understand that part, but
well, here's where the draft gets garbage. All your garbage players.
What running backs do we got? Rashad White, honestly, could go way higher than this. I think I'm a little bit lower on Rashad
Zamir White could go higher than this, too.
Zamir White, yeah.
Zamir.
I saw somebody tell me I was sleeping on Kobe Bryant. I'm like, no.
He sucks.
He sucks.
I like how we both are like, he sucks.
Damone Clark would be a steal later on, just for future. You already took an inside defensive lineman. What? I'm not
Oh,
guessing.
update. I watched NFL Network yesterday, and guess who got some praise as a sleeper in the draft?
Rasheed Walker.
No.
Who?
Edge out of Norfolk State, Deshaun Dixon.
Oh, he got the praise from Deion Sanders, bro. Deion
Well,
Sanders.
I wasn't talking about him on NFL
Oh.
Network. It was another guy that I was talking about. I think it was I can't remember his name, dude. I want to
Yeah.
say it was that corner that played for the Falcons and the Redskins. D'Angelo Hall. I think it was D'Angelo Hall that said it.
Yeah, what's his name? Deion Sanders put out his top 3 like D2 or whatever, JUCO or not JUCO, but you know what I'm talking
Bro,
about.
we
schools.
had him on the pod, bro.
Yes, sir.
You need to juice that. Now that his name's coming out, you need to juice that video. That shameless plug. Oh, if you're watching this video, go watch a Deshaun Dixon video. Late round edge. Could be pretty good. I think he's pretty good.
This is really tough, dude.
No, just pick the running back, bro.
Yeah.
Or a tight end. I actually don't think we're taking a tight end.
I'm gonna take Rashad White.
Unless it's Charlie Kohler.
I was tempted to pick Alex Wright, pick another edge, because like it'd be funny to replace Jordan Smith with another.
Is Deshaun Dixon even on this thing? He's probably not, right?
I don't think so. No, he's not.
Of course not. Okay, go to safety for me.
Oh, look, he's gone.
Damn it.
He went right there.
Ah!
Rasheed Walker sucks, bro. I saw PFF put him on their article of guys that could sneak into the first round.
Go to all for me. This is going to be tough now.
Dude, I would hate Rasheed Walker going in the first round more than I did Leatherwood. Jeffrey Gunter's pretty athletic.
Is Chris Paul any good? I wish that guard for Mercer was on here.
Chris Paul has a ton of upside, but he's pretty raw right now.
Scroll down. If I pick him, can we just imagine that his name is Jason Poe, or whatever the guy's name is from Mercer?
Sure. I mean, somebody did that with
He's not on here, right?
Yeah, he's not on here.
Yeah, take Chris Paul and make him Jason Poe.
All right.
From Mercer.
There goes Damone Clark.
There's no way. I think Tyquan Thornton is going to go way higher now than you have him on your board.
Yeah, I think so too.
He's getting like second round praise.
He has super small hands. That's his issue. Ooh.
At this point, you kind of have to go Cole Turner, right?
I guess so.
I mean, he's the best player. I think it's on the board.
Yeah.
I'd go Cole Turner here. Just screw it. I don't think we'll take a tight end, but might as well.
Back.
No, go ahead.
Haskell Garrett will never get drafted.
He was another person that got mentioned on the NFL Network as saying someone was a sleeper.
He's just not. He didn't do anything good for me on tape. Here, I'll take Gadecki.
Luke
Right.
Gadecki.
Haskell Garrett to the Titans. Perfect.
All right, go to all for me. All right, go to wide receiver for me. And I want you to take my guy, Tanner. There he is. Tanner Connor, baby! For the brand!
Hell yeah.
He's going to get drafted. I firmly believe Tanner Connor and Deshaun Dixon, 2 guys we had on the pod.
Is
will be
235 our last pick?
I believe so.
We picked two receivers. I wanted to pick Justin Ross because I feel like predictively I'm gonna do it predictive wise. I feel like the Jags genuinely would if he's there at 235, they might do it just because it's Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah. But dude,
So,
if those 2 guys get drafted and we had them on the pod, we are elite.
hell yeah. I'm gonna advertise it to all their fans,
If they get drafted, yeah, that ask be like, hey, at blow up fans or hashtag whatever the hell they say, like hashtag one pride, it's for the Lions.
I'm not even gonna lie. The first 6 picks, pretty sick.
Yeah,
And then I like the upside of Tyquan Thornton. He just has small hands.
he's definitely gonna go higher than that.
Yeah, definitely.
Apparently, like someone says about his small hands, but he only had like 2 drops last year.
Yeah, I mean the ball gets bigger in the NFL though.
Yeah, but who cares?
Yeah, I love this draft. Honestly, if this is what we walked away with, I know it's not Aiden Hutchinson, but I could.
Yeah, I'd be okay with it.
Bro,
I might
imagine a
I
defensive
might
line-
freak out in the moment if it's not Aiden Hutchinson, but you know.
Dude, imagine Trayvon Walker and Perrion Winfrey right next to each other. They both have like 35+ inch arms.
Yeah, imagine in a 3-4, Walker on one side, Winfrey on the other side, and then, Josh. No, who the hell we just signed to put in the middle of the 3-4?
Oh, you're talking the defensive tackle, Foley Fatukasi.
Yeah, I put him in the middle of that.
Dude, oh my gosh, I would love it.
On rush downs, and then you have Smoot and Allen off the edge.
I'm excited for the draft tomorrow. I'm so excited.
I don't think Trayvon Walker's a true edge. I'll say it.
I think he can be an edge.
I'm not saying he can't be. I'm saying
I think ideally he's a guy that you move
You're gonna want to move him around a lot.
You're gonna want to put him inside. Sometimes you're gonna want to put him on the edge. Other times you're gonna.
Another reason why he's just not a guy that goes number 1. He just isn't. But he's probably going to. But that kind of guy just doesn't go number 1.
He's got Myles Garrett athleticism.
So who gives a shit? Does he have Myles Garrett production?
You know.
Does he have Myles Garrett pass rush moves? Does he have Myles Garrett pass rush tape? I know, but everybody puts that athleticism shit out there on Twitter. And it was like, oh, this guy's comps are Myles Garrett, and this guy, and Aiden Hutchinson's are some crackers that nobody knows. So it's like, it's all stupid, man. This one good one was it's Javon Curse, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Hey, I know. We haven't even been to the 2022 NFL draft yet, but I wish we were in 2023 to have our choice of Jalen Carter or Will Anderson.
I still take Aiden. Just kidding. I take Will Anderson.
I was gonna say if you took Hutchinson over Will Anderson, I was literally going to tell you did not know ball.
Hey man, they both had the same stat line versus Georgia. Just saying. People like to point out Aiden Hutchinson's stat line against Georgia, but they'll hype up Will Anderson who had the same game.
Hey, I'm even, bro.
I know, but I'm just saying. I can make any agenda fit my agenda.
I think Will Anderson's going to be the best prospect since Myles Garrett, speaking of his name. But I digress. All right, there we go with that.
Aiden Hutchinson, 16.5 tackles for loss. Trayvon Walker, 17 solo tackles.
You know how many tackle for losses Will Anderson has?
I don't know, like 20 something or 30 something.
Like, isn't it? I think it's close to 40.
Well, he also played like a different role.
Yeah, he was like, I've said this. Will Anderson is Trayvon Walker if he could pass rush like he can run defend. Am I wrong for that? I mean, he weighs less, so he's
You
got
said
less
what now?
mass, but Will Anderson is a lighter version of Trayvon Walker if he could pass rush like he can run block, or like he can run defend.
Yeah, but apparently at his spring game, Will Anderson was a little bit bigger than he was last year.
Yeah, I figured he'd get bigger.
He's
just
putting on that size, bro.
I think Bryce Young is going to get a little bit bigger too. They both were sophomores. I'm so excited for next year's draft class, but I need to take a break before I pass out.
I'm ready for this draft class. This draft cycle to be over. We have to do that. Oh, catch us on Relevant app tomorrow at 5.
Oh yeah, we're going to be on Relevant.
We
haven't been on
Vibecast.
Relevant in a hot minute.
We're gonna talk draft.
We got some stuff to advertise when we finish these questions, or at least I do.
Yeah, we're getting we're more draft talk. If you like our draft talk, or you just like draft talk in general, catch us there.
Yeah, if you want some last second draft talk before the draft.
Yeah, it's 3 hours early, bro.
Exactly. We got you. Like I'm
gonna be pining for Aiden, bro.
I watched 368 players. I know ball. Oh, let me say this. You know, I've been caping for Kyer Elam for so long, and everybody tells me, oh, he's CB5, CB6, CB this. Reports come out today that around the league, he's probably going to be at worst, the 4th corner off the board. I know ball. I've been telling y'all.
You have him as CB1, bro.
I have him as
CB1 and 4th corner off the board. Do you know ball?
They said at worst 4th corner.
You don't know ball, bro. I've been watching ball. I was watching ball when you were swimming in your daddy's balls.
It's funny though, seeing people hype up Ebiketie, George Pickens, Kyer Elam and stuff like that. Now when I love
that. What happens for me too. Happens for my guys too. Like Alec Pierce, all of a sudden, boom, he's on the radar.
Exactly.
Khalil Shakir. I was talking about Khalil Shakir when he was a no-name nobody, and now people are like, "Oh yeah, Khalil Shakir, he could be a third-round guy." Da, da, da.
What I'm gonna do this year is before the college football season starts, I'm gonna put out some articles saying some names to watch. It's like top 10 names to watch for each position, and I'm gonna go back to them after the season and be like, "Told you."
Yeah.
Anyways, let's get to some viewer questions. This is a long podcast.
Yep. Well, it's our last one before the draft, bro.
Yep, getting it in the last second. But this one's from Gordo. What would your reaction be on draft night if it's not Hutch?
Well, it depends on who it is. I mean, I'm going to be upset regardless because he's my number one player in the class.
It's Trayvon Walker or Aiden Hutchinson.
Okay, well, if it's Trayvon, I've told people this before on Twitter. I'm going to be upset, distraught, if you will, for about 30 minutes. And once I see Aiden go to Detroit, I'm going to be like, well, it makes sense. I'll be okay. But I don't care if I'm wrong or right. Trent Baalke needs to be right. The team needs to be right. I don't need to be right. I'm just a guy. I don't care. Sure, people will be like, Aiden Hutchinson. I don't care, dude. I don't care.
Oh, man.
I'm just a guy. They need to get it right. I don't need to get it right. I don't lose my job if I get it wrong. He will.
Bro.
He will lose his.
I might lose my job eventually. I'm just kidding. Mel Kiper hasn't lost his job in the past 40 years. I'll never lose the one I'm going to
No, he had a guy go in the first round who ended up going like the sixth round one time.
He got called out by a GM and didn't get it canned.
Yeah. Who the hell is Mel Kiper anyway?
Legendary.
Sorry I had to get real with you for a second. But, like, I don't give a shit if I'm wrong about Aiden Hutchinson. I don't care. I don't think I am, but I don't care if I am because you know what? I'm still going to go to work the next day. If Baalke's wrong, he ain't going to go to work eventually. This is probably his last shot as a GM in the NFL. We're keeping it on it.
Yeah. For me, I like Trayvon Walker. I literally would take Trayvon Walker for the Jags over pretty much anybody after Aiden Hutchinson. He's my 5th overall prospect. I would take some other guys, but just for the Jags, I like Trayvon Walker. I would be happy with him as a player. I just think Aiden Hutchinson's better, and I don't like taking not the best player at their position, number 1 overall. And quite frankly, I think they're both going to be good. So at the end of the day, I'm going to be happy. It's not like we're picking 9 and we could pick some player who actually sucks, like CJ Henderson.
Yeah.
I remember I was genuinely. I know I caped for the pick for so long, but it was kind of funny because
we're fans. Is what we do.
I was in a Zoom call. It made me look really dumb later after all the caping I did. But when I was in a Zoom call with some friends during the draft, I was like, anybody but Henderson, anybody but Henderson, anybody but Henderson, and then we took Henderson. So it's probably the same thing's gonna happen with Trayvon Walker. It's like, Aiden Hutchinson, please, Trayvon Walker.
And it's Trayvon Walker, and I'm gonna be like, okay, well, Trayvon Walker is the next fucking Reggie White.
You should have said next to Myles Garrett, bro.
Reggie White's better than Myles Garrett.
I know, I was joking because of the comparison.
Anyway, I would take Evan Neal and Kayvon Thibodeau before I took Trayvon Walker. But that's just me. My thing is, if you're gonna take a guy number 1, you better be more sure than not that he can rush the passer. And with Kayvon and Aiden, I feel more sure that they can rush the passer than him. That's just me personally.
I project that he'll be a good pass rusher, but of course, it's just projections, you know.
Anyway, next question.
Give us your sleeper pick players for.
Who is this from? Who's this from?
It's from Patrick, bro.
We gotta announce it because everybody needs to know that Patrick is the guy. Now,
I was gonna announce it after the question, bro.
You give him the common courtesy of announcing his name first.
Okay, Patrick. We respect you, brother.
There you go. I got you, Patrick.
Give us your sleeper pick players for a breakout season that nobody is currently talking about. 1 for the Jags and 1 for the rest of the league if you got one. For the Jaguars,
like a player that's already on the team.
Who could break out?
Is that what he's asking? A player already on the team?
Yeah.
Okay, I can tell you who they need to break out in the big way. That's Cam Robinson.
Yeah.
Cam Robinson needs to break out. They just paid the guy. You need him to pay him to break out. And you know what? I think he will. I think he's going to play pretty good. I bet he has a top 15 tackle season.
I hope so.
I hope so.
I hope so. Oh man, I'm trying to think, man.
Around the league, I don't care about around the league, to be honest, mostly. I know we're trying to be an NFL podcast now, but, I don't care.
Man, this is difficult. Who on the Jags is not a bum?
I mean, most people are a bum, so you need one of these bums to break out.
People expect Tyson Campbell to break out, so I can't say him. Do people expect Cisco to break out? Probably.
They're hoping for it anyway.
What edge rusher? Dwayne Smoot already broke out for as much as
ETN, bro.
ETN. People expect ETN to. But screw it, Patrick. Screw your question. I'm picking ETN.
A lot of people don't expect him to.
A lot of people still are pissed that he's being listed as RB1. It's like, bro, Robinson's not going to be healthy. Calm down.
Also, he might actually be better, but who knows? Let them play. That's why they play the game. Anyway.
All right, last question. This one's from Gravy. Your mock sucked earlier, but maybe you can redeem yourself with a question. We'll see, bro. I can't believe this has become an actual question. Oh, this is quite ironic. This is quite ironic considering what I was just saying. But who do you think is better to run? Who's the better running back between J-Rob and Travis?
Right now, I think James Robinson is because I have not seen Travis do shit.
That's pretty. I can't say anything else because that's literally all you can.
That's all you can go on. I've seen Robinson do it. I have not seen Travis do it. I think Travis has the athletic profile to be better than James. I don't think he's there yet because I haven't seen him play.
Pretty much. All right, guys. So that's the podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed this last podcast before the draft. We'll be seeing you after the podcast. But now let me go ahead and advertise a couple things.
Also, before you advertise, thanks again for John Shipley for coming on. Really appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, make sure to. I'll have his link in the bio below. If you guys want to go follow his Twitter, then you can see his articles and stuff from his Twitter. It's kind of a hub to go there. Then another thing that's going to be linked below is I want you guys to go give my draft guide a read. I spent the last 6 months probably watching players, ranking them, grading them. 368 of them to be exact.
It's a New York Times bestseller.
I would appreciate you guys if you guys give my article a read and maybe even a share. That'd be greatly appreciated. Also,
I like to think I influenced his draft guide a little bit.
I mean,
it's just maybe a smidge.
Like,
you asked me questions about people.
I ask you questions. I mean, like I said, we have similar opinions, so
I influenced a little bit, but it's all this guy. This guy's all the juice.
I try my best. It's my first of a new annual thing, but give that a read. Also, since a lot of you guys might watch this after the draft, who knows? If you are, make sure to go back to our interviews with our players that possibly got drafted. Tanner Connor, Deshaun Dixon, Darrell Baker. Go watch them. Why not?
Yeah, Darrell Baker, man, he might. I want to hear more about him.
I know Darrell Baker.
He's the one that had the freaky test numbers too. Him and Tanner.
I know him and Tanner Connor, bro. They tested like crazy. So
I'm saying they need to get some. He needs to get some looks, man.
Yeah, I mean, check it out. You could check them out. You could check our guys out in my draft guide. Don't take it as disrespect, please. But just please check out the draft guide. I greatly appreciate that. Thanks again to John. Hope you guys enjoyed. This was a really fun podcast to record, and we'll be back next week for some draft opinions. See you guys then. Peace.